It is 10:47 at night. The house is finally quiet. The last student email has been answered. The last comment has been replied to. The ring light is turned off and the camera battery is charging for tomorrow. Olivia sits alone at her kitchen table with her phone in her hand, staring at her banking app. She teaches financial literacy online. She runs educational workshops. She speaks confidently about growth, discipline, and building a better future. She earns $129,000 a year. On paper, she is successful. She lives in a modern townhouse outside Atlanta. Clean floors, white cabinets, soft lighting, a neat home office filled with books and framed certificates. From the outside, everything looks stable. But tonight, she has $406 in her checking account and 9 days until her next payment clears. Her credit card balance is climbing. Her savings feel thin, and the question quietly forms in her mind. How can someone earning 6 figures still feel this anxious about money? This is the 6-figure illusion. The belief that crossing a certain income line automatically creates security. The assumption that more money always equals more freedom. The truth is more uncomfortable. After federal taxes, state taxes, health insurance, and business expenses, Olivia brings home about $7,900 per month. That sounds strong. That sounds safe. Now let us look at her reality. Her mortgage payment is $3,100. Property tax and insurance are included in that number. Her car payment is $690. Insurance is $230. Groceries average $1,000 because food prices have quietly risen. Utilities and internet cost around $480. Business software subscriptions, hosting platforms, editing tools, and email services cost $420. Student loans require $540. Travel for conferences and networking averages $650 per month. Clothing, personal care, and professional image maintenance take $500. Dining out and small unplanned purchases add another $700. Her total monthly spending reaches approximately $8,310. She earns $7,900. She spends $8,310. Every month there is a shortfall. The gap moves to credit cards. She tells herself the next course launch will cover it. She tells herself growth will fix it. But income growth without expense, discipline creates pressure, not peace. Here is what most people do not understand. When income rises, expectations rise faster. Olivia did not buy a home because she needed the extra space. She bought it because it felt like proof that her hard work mattered. She did not finance a newer car because her old one stopped working. She did it because success felt incomplete without it. She upgraded her wardrobe because she appears on camera daily and wanted to look established. None of these decisions were reckless. They were logical. They were earned. But fixed expenses are heavy, and heavy expenses reduce flexibility. In cities like Atlanta, Los Angeles, and Chicago, 6 figures does not stretch as far as it once did. Housing prices have doubled in many regions over the past 2 decades. Healthcare costs have risen steadily. Insurance premiums increase quietly each year. Education costs continue climbing. Inflation absorbs raises faster than most people realize. Let us examine something powerful. If Olivia had chosen a $2,300 townhouse instead of a $3,100 one, she would free $800 per month. If she drove a reliable used car with no payment, she would free another $690. That is $1,490 per month. If $1,490 were invested consistently at an average annual return of 8% for 25 years, it would grow to roughly $1.3 million. That means her current lifestyle choices are costing her over $1 million in future freedom, not emotionally, mathematically, and this is not unusual. Many high earners experience the same pattern. The more they earn, the more they commit. The more they commit, the less room they have. Margin disappears quietly. Margin is the difference between what you earn and what you keep. Margin is breathing room. Margin is power. Without margin, even a large paycheck can feel small. Olivia contributes 5% to her retirement account. That equals around $550 per month. At 8% growth over 30 years, that might reach close to $1 million. That sounds impressive. But retirement can last 25 to 30 years. Dividing $1 million across 25 years equals $40,000 per year before inflation and before unexpected medical costs. The illusion begins to crack. Six figures today does not automatically create long-term independence. It can create a high consumption cycle instead. There is a psychological concept called lifestyle inflation. When income increases, spending increases to match it. This does not happen because people are irresponsible. It happens because comparison is powerful. Olivia compares herself to other educators earning similar amounts. She sees their homes, their travel photos, their polished studios. She feels subtle pressure to keep pace. Over time, her lifestyle aligns with her peer group rather than her future goals. There is also hedonic adaptation. When you upgrade your lifestyle, happiness spikes briefly. Then it normalizes. The new home feels ordinary after a year. The car feels standard after a few months, but the payment remains constant. Temporary pleasure. Long-term obligation. If Olivia lost a major sponsorship tomorrow, how long could she operate without fear? 2 months. Maybe 3. That is not freedom. That is dependence on consistent cash flow. Real wealth is not measured by income size. It is measured by resilience. It is measured by how long you can survive without active income. It is measured by how much your assets generate for you. Imagine a different version of Olivia. Same income, different structure. Lower fixed expenses, no car loan, modest housing, investing $2,500 per month instead of $550. At 8% over 25 years, that could grow to well over $2 million. That version of Olivia would not fear slow months. She would not panic over algorithm changes. She would work because she chooses to, not because she must. Most people optimize for appearance. Few optimize for freedom. Visible success attracts attention. Invisible investing builds independence. If someone invests $2,000 per month at 8% for 30 years, the total approaches $3 million. The first 10 years feel slow. The numbers grow gradually. It can feel boring. Many people abandon the strategy during that phase. They chase faster returns. They speculate. They take unnecessary risks. But compounding rewards patience more than excitement. Wealth is built in quiet seasons. Olivia eventually recognizes something transformative. She does not need a larger audience first. She needs a larger gap between income and expenses. She needs to increase her investing rate faster than her lifestyle rate. When her income grows, investments must grow proportionally higher. That is how momentum builds. 6 figures is a milestone. Control is power. Lower fixed expenses create options. Higher savings rates accelerate independence. The math is simple even if the discipline is not. Suppose Olivia increases her investing to $3,000 per month for 30 years. At 8%, the potential outcome exceeds $4 million. That number represents time. It represents choices. It represents the ability to step back from work if she desires. Imagine 2 futures. In the first, she maintains her current lifestyle, high mortgage, car payments, moderate investing. She works until her late 60s with modest savings. In the second, she downsizes slightly, eliminates debt, invests aggressively. She reaches financial independence in her mid-50s. She chooses projects based on passion rather than pressure. Both futures begin with the same income. The difference lies in allocation. Income alone does not define wealth. Structure defines wealth. The 6-figure illusion survives because society celebrates visible success. Bigger homes, newer cars, frequent travel, social validation. Yet the quiet investor often accumulates more security than the visible spender. Real wealth grows silently in brokerage accounts and retirement plans. It grows when spending is intentional. It grows when decisions align with long-term objectives. Olivia understands that money is not about proving competence. It is about purchasing freedom. Freedom from constant urgency. Freedom from fear. Freedom from dependency on every single paycheck. If you earn 6 figures and still feel pressure, you are not broken. You may simply lack margin. The solution is not always earning more. Sometimes it is committing less. It might require uncomfortable adjustments, downsizing, driving the paid-off vehicle longer, reducing recurring subscriptions, redirecting money toward appreciating assets instead of depreciating ones, Assets generate income. Liabilities generate bills. The distinction determines your future. Time will pass regardless of your strategy. 25 years will move forward whether you invest or not. The question is, what those years build? A lifestyle that demands constant income, or a portfolio that produces independence. The earlier this realization occurs, the greater the impact of compounding. Olivia chooses to break the illusion. She chooses margin over display. She chooses investment over impulse. She chooses long-term stability over short-term applause. 6 figures can create comfort. It does not automatically create control. Control comes from keeping a higher percentage of what you earn. Control comes from disciplined investing. Control comes from resisting lifestyle inflation. The real flex is not a luxury kitchen or a premium vehicle. The real flex is not worrying about the next payment. The real flex is knowing that your assets are growing quietly in the background. You do not lack income. You may lack alignment. When spending aligns with long-term freedom, pressure decreases. When investing becomes a priority rather than an afterthought, momentum builds. Wealth is not loud. It is consistent. It is patient. It is mathematical. And once you see through the 6-figure illusion, you begin building something far more powerful than image. You begin building independence.